Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I am an urban gardener growing on about 154 square feet of space in my backyard. Quick thing, someone asked me in my comments if the 154 square feet of space was my full backyard. No, it is not. I'm only counting the garden beds, so raised beds, in-ground beds, and no-dig beds. That's what I'm counting. I'm also not counting bags or anything like that. My garden is on about half of my backyard. The other half of the backyard right now is used for the dog, and I am planning on making like a sitting area, draining the swamp, as someone said in the comment. So I'm gonna get rid of the pool that we have and put up a new pool that's a little more stable. Anywho, today I am starting pepper seeds. I started some seeds on Friday, but I did not record that because I was kind of off and kind of not off. And so today I'm going to start my last group of seeds with you all. So in all, I am probably growing, let's say 12 or 13 varieties of peppers. There were peppers that I really enjoyed last year, like the Golden Marconi. I don't know if you've ever tasted it, but if you haven't, you really should try that pepper. It's delicious. It grows really large. I think I got maybe 6 peppers from one plant, and I was growing in a bag. And so this year, I have made a list of how many plants I want for each pepper and each tomato plant. Also, I made this list because I need to order more bags. I'm growing a lot of my tomato and a lot of my peppers in bags. And so that's another reason why I made that list. But it also helps me not to overseed. I am starting seeds for my mother, just as I did last year. But last year, I still had a lot of plants left. So I'm trying to avoid that. The way that I'm doing this year is if I want 3 plants, then I'm planting 6 seeds. If I want 2 plants, then I'm planting 4 seeds. That allows for if there isn't 100% germination, as well as to have a backup. So that's just how I'm doing it this year. I am going to plant in this container first. Once the seeds start to germinate, then I will prick them out and plant them into their own soil. The way that I'm labeling is just right there in the front. I'm putting the name of the tomato in there, and then I'm gonna make a line, and then I'm gonna plant the tomato. That way I don't have to worry about labels, and the top can be closed on this while they're germinating. So hold in a little bit of moisture and a little bit of heat. I do not use heat mats. A lot of people do use heat mats. Pepper seeds do need a good amount of warmth to germinate. What I do is I put the lights that I use, and I'll link my germination station video in the comments below in case you haven't seen it. I just put the lights very close and I leave the lights on. That's just how I do it. I'm not saying heat mats aren't needed. I just don't use them. So what am I planting today? Today I'm gonna plant some banana peppers, and I got this seed from Seeds Now. I'm gonna do a jalapeno pepper, also from Seeds Now. I am going to do a purple beauty pepper. Those are from my mom. They taste very much like green peppers, and I don't like green peppers. So I grew them last year. Very prolific plant, but I don't like green peppers. I like sweet peppers or hot peppers. And so all of these seeds are from Seeds Now. These you can get for 99 cents, or some cases $1.99, and they're kind of just like a test packet. But if you're growing on a small scale, this is enough seeds for a few growing seasons, and so you get them at a decent price. I'm gonna do some orange sweet peppers. And so I saved these seeds from a pepper that I got from the store. So it's the larger orange peppers. And I did that last year with, what are they called? Orange lunchbox peppers. And I also did it with some of the red lunchbox peppers. They were prolific, grew just like a seed that I would have gotten from a seed company. And I know sometimes people say that you can't sprout from things from the store because they've been sprayed with things. That hasn't been my experience. So just letting you all know that. I'm going to do the Hungarian Wax Peppers, like I said. Got those from Dollar Tree. I'm trying so hard to stay out of the Dollar Tree this year because I don't need any more seeds. But for the price, you can't beat that. Anywho. And then this is a large orange and yellow. It is orange or yellow, not orange and yellow. Somewhere along the line, these seeds got mixed up. So, I'm going to start... I want to say 3 of these. Yes, 3 of these. So I'll either get an orange or I either get a yellow. Or I have all orange because the averages when I'm planting more orange is going to, I guess, give orange a better chance. Anyway, so people have been telling me because I've been complaining about how I got aphids on my eggplants. I also got aphids on my peppers last year. So people have been talking about sterilizing my soil. One person on IG said that I could put it in the oven for a certain amount of time and warm it up. And then other people have said that you could just put some hot water on it, boiling hot water, cover it. One other person said cover it with saran wrap and let it sit until it cools off. So that is what I have done. I put way too much water in it. So I'm going to wring that out as I'm planting these because I definitely don't want that much water. So I have tried that and I'm hopeful to avoid aphids because it's not too early to start them, but it's very early as far as when I get to plant them out. And so I have to be able to keep these around and alive. And if I can avoid aphids, that would be great. So I'm going to use a glove today just because I put so much water. I have coffee that you never drink the whole cup of because you're always doing something else. Anyway, so I'm going to wring out the soil a little bit as I put it in the container because see, like it's really wet. So of course, I will not be watering these in after I get them planted. Because this soil will be wet enough. And I'm using my Christmas bowl because I couldn't find my other one, which has got to be somewhere close. It's a huge bowl. It's a very big bowl. So yeah, I'm just definitely wringing it out until I don't see much, till I don't see much water coming out because if your soil, I guess it's a kind of a good teaching moment. If your soil is too wet, your seeds can rot. So just make sure you're not over watering your seeds or your soil. There's a net. Hope it didn't come out of this soil. Hopefully it's from the soil downstairs. Anyway, just escaped. It was like, you tried to get me, but I'm out of here. I'm so sorry. Back to what I was doing. Okay, so now the soil is in here. In case you haven't seen previous videos, I just use a potting soil. This is not a seed starting soil, and I haven't had any problems. So at this point, I have it labeled already. So my first is gonna be, excuse me, the orange sweet peppers. And so for the orange sweet peppers, I have 3. So I'm gonna make, let me see if I can show you. Whoa, almost. Make sure I even out my soil. And I'm just gonna make a little furrow. Let's see, in the soil. Right above where I labeled it. And then I'm gonna drop 6 seeds down into that and pull the soil back together around it. Making sure if there's any larger pieces of soil, if you're using potting soil, that you kind of move them out of the way just to be safe. You want your peppers to be able to come up. So 1, 2, that one doesn't want to go in. 3, 4, 5, and 6. One of the things that I struggled with last year, and I don't know if we could call it a struggle, is getting rid of the seedlings that sprouted that I did not need. And I think I've said that in videos before. So this year, I'm trying to make that a bit of an easier process for myself by not overseeding. So if you don't start way more than you need, you won't get way more than you need, right? And then I could also, it's easier to get rid of 2 extra plants than it is to get rid of 8 extra plants. So there is a library closer to where I work, not to where I live. And they have just kind of, I don't know if you've ever seen like where they have, you can come and pick up a library book. I can't think of the name of it, how it works. So they have that for seeds or seedlings actually. And you can go and drop off seeds and starts. And you can pick up some if someone has dropped off something that you want. So I think that's pretty cool. I did not use it last year, mostly because I just didn't get up there. But it's a very good resource. So if I have a lot of something, or if I have extra, it doesn't even have to be a lot. If I have extra of something, then I'll just go drop it off up there. I also posted on Facebook, a Facebook group last year. Oh, it popped back in there. A Facebook group last year, and then we just did meetups, and people bought me things or brought me things, and then I traded things with them too. So there are resources. If you just can't get rid of them and you don't have space, you can absolutely use those resources too. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish planting these out. Seeding these seeds. But I know you don't want to watch that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Miss Asia Spratley. I post over there every day about the happenings in the garden. You have a wonderful day. Thank you all. The clicker. The clicker that doesn't work. So ridiculous.